Hello everyone. Hi. Hello Ruzi, it's Midi Runke. Welcome. Wow, nice to have you all around. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Okay. So we're about to start. Today we have a very special guest. All our guests are special, but today in particular we have a very special guest, a trailblazer in the world of food. This lady is into food business. She's been doing, Ronke, hi, how are you? She's been doing food business for several years. She's an entrepreneur. She's made waves in her line of business, in her chosen field of endeavor. She's a real trailblazer. Okwala Vincent 213, good evening. Good to have you here. I'm so happy that you joined us today. So we're going to have a great time. Today. We're going to be talking about food business. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, really. Real estate with blessing. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to have a great time talking about entrepreneurship, the lessons to learn about entrepreneurship, how to be an entrepreneur, what to look out for in the field of entrepreneurship. You want to set up a business, either as a full-time business or as a side hustle. If you want to set up a business either on a full-time basis or by the side, you need to learn from those who have done it right and those who are doing it very well, right? So that's what our guest is going to be sharing today when she joins us. She's going to be talking about her journey. She's going to be talking about how she started from almost nothing. I mean, she's a friend of mine. I've known her for a while now. Excuse me. So she's going to be talking about how she how she started with literally nothing and how she became who she is today. Now, this is not one of all those motivational speeches where the speaker will say, oh, I grew my restaurant chain with one feather or with one spoon. No. We're not talking about those kind of topics. No, that's not what we're doing here. We are talking real life case studies. Right? So if you want to go into business at some point, or even if you are an employee, you're a 9-to-5er, this is also important for you, because I always tell my team members, whenever I have the chance to do so, I tell them, look, even as an employee, you should have an employer's mentality. You should have a business owner's mindset. Right? Some of my team members are on this call. John is here. Runke is here. I'm sure they will testify to the fact that I say this every now and then, that you don't have to be a business person to be business oriented. Treat your employer's business like as if it were your own. That's the only way to excel. Now, everybody's not going to become an entrepreneur. It's not possible. Because if everybody becomes an entrepreneur, who is going to do the job for those entrepreneurs? Who's going to do the job? Someone has to do the job. Someone has to be an employee. Someone has to be a staff member. Someone has to be under or working with the entrepreneur, right? So not everybody is going to be a business owner. But even as an employee, there are certain skills. It's a mindset thing. It's all about excuse me. It's all about treating the business that you work in like as if it were your own. For instance, I give an example. Oftentimes, I ask my team members to give me the prices of our various properties in the market. And sometimes they struggle. They struggle to know what those prices are. And I tell them, I said, look, the reason that some of you may be struggling to know the prices of some of our products is because you don't seem to understand that as a business, even if you're not the owner of this business, you should see this business as your own. For instance, if you owned a boutique, right? You are the owner of a boutique. I'm sure you would know the prices of every single item in your boutique. Or if you owned a restaurant, since we're talking about food business today, let's use an example of a restaurant. If you own a restaurant, I'm sure you would know the prices of every single food item in your restaurant. You know how much rice costs, you know how much the beans, plantain, yam, whatever it is that you're selling, you would know the prices offhand. And so I try to admonish my team members, and they actually have really improved significantly. I have to give it to them. They have improved significantly. I've seen a more consistent and a more deliberate effort to treat the company as if they own the company. Because that's really the only way you can actually show commitment. You will not show commitment in a business, even if you are a 9-to-5er, if you do not treat the business as if it were your own. So what do I mean by treating the business as if it were your own? Ensure that you're willing to make a sacrifice for that business. Make a sacrifice. So you shouldn't, and now I'm not saying you shouldn't have your weekends, you shouldn't have your time off, you shouldn't have your time to yourself, vacations and stuff. Those things are very important. But there are some times when you want to impress your line manager, you want to impress your boss, you want to impress your MD, whoever it is that is supervising you, by going out of your way to do things out of the ordinary. For instance, a customer calls you at 7 p.m. and you then say, oh, it's 7 p.m., it's past my work time, I can't take customer calls. That is so give me a second, please. An employer mentality, even if you're an employee. So whether you are the janitor, whether you are the office assistant, the driver, whoever you are, always treat a business that you work in like as if it were your business. You should know everything about the company. You should be willing to go the extra mile, even on public holidays. I'm not saying you should not stay at home, you should not observe public holidays. You should, please do, by all means, right? But I'm also saying that there are certain situations that may call for you. For instance, I work all the time, right? Now, it doesn't mean I don't have work-life balance. I do have my work-life balance. I take my rest when I want to take my rest. I go to the gym all the time. In fact, I've done 5 days this week already. So I'm very committed to working out. I have a very good work-life balance, but I also understand that sometimes my work can be flexible. Like I took my laptop home for this long weekend because I know that I'll have some work to do during the holidays, right? So it's not so much about, oh, because I own the business or because I'm the MD. No, it's not really that. It's not about that. It's really about the mentality. It's about knowing that even though you don't run the business, you don't own the shares of the company, you are still a very critical part of that business. And if the business succeeds, you also succeed. Right? I think that's very critical. It's very important that you understand that. If the business succeeds, you also succeed. Okay, so Tuminino has just joined us now. Tuminino, do you want to send an invitation or a request to join me on this live so that I can then accept and we can then share the screen. Okay? Or let me invite you. Okay. So I've just you're saying I should give you 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Let me send a request. You don't need 10 minutes to send a request to Tuminino. Anyway, while we're trying to sort that out, I'll just keep saying what I was saying. We'll just keep gisting. We're just gisting, really. So I was saying essentially that I could decide to look, just leave work at the office and just close shop. But how about if the moment I shut down my system and I shut everything off, and I leave the office, oh, there's a holiday, 4-day holiday, if you add the weekend plus a public holiday. How about if that's the time my biggest client now then decides they want to do business with me? Think about it. How about if that's the time the biggest transaction I've ever done in my company, just all of a sudden the opportunity just shows up. And because it's a public holiday, I'm not able to close that transaction, right? So it shouldn't be based on, oh, it's a public holiday, it's past my work hours. There's sometimes you should be willing. As an entrepreneur, I'm sure Tumnenu is going to share with us how she's been able to make those sacrifices to build the business that she has built today. I tell people that even if you're a 9-to-5er, oh, great, fantastic. Tum Tum, you're here. Hello, can you hear me? Tumnenu? Hello? Wow, it seems your network is hanging. It seems to be buffering from our end. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. I was just gisting with the audience before you came.
Oh, really?
We're just gisting. Yeah. It was a
How are
solo
you
gist.
doing?
I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Wow.
How is everything?
Fine.
How is
Fine.
business? How is real estate?
Business is good. You know, we have our own piece of business that we're going to be talking about after this call, right? That's
Yes.
our deal. Is
Yes.
it still on, or have you shifted the goalpost? Are we
Nope.
still? No. Okay, so we are still on, have we? Okay. And
Yes.
we'll talk about that one behind in front of
Yeah.
camera. How do we put it? Okay. Anyway, so
Just
business has been good.
now. Yeah.
In fact, this month of March has been the best month in our company since we started, and we've been around for almost 7 years. This month of
Wow.
March it's been our best month ever, right?
I
My
think
people are on this call.
for
My
you.
team members are here. They would testify to that, right? So
Oh, wow.
it's been great. Yeah, this year generally
You know,
has been good.
most people believe March during Muslim fasting market drops and that they don't buy. So for me, this month, I won't lie, it's been amazing too. It's been amazing. Yes, business will drop when Muslims are fasting because they are fasting. That factor,
Yeah,
that that,
true.
that factor needs to be there. But regardless, people eat every day, and because we
Yeah,
sell food, so we sell food every day.
yeah. You know that's the advantage that you have as a
Yes, yes.
person. People must buy your food no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike us, you know, I tell people that that person wey don chop go talk of real estate.
That person wey even don't chop go talk of clothes, go
Clothes,
talk
yes.
say one buy
The first
house.
thing is to eat, make I chop, make I belle full
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yes.
I would look for clothes to buy. Then
Mm-hmm.
then I can then think of but even real estate, it's for a lot of people it's a luxury, right? Like, you know,
Real estate
you
for everybody is
no,
luxury.
not for everybody.
Ah,
Not for everybody.
okay.
Not for everybody. Who is this
Well,
saying I've not sold in 2 weeks? Can you see? Modern, what's the name of this person? Modern Mama Put. Oh, is this a food vendor? Because the name sounds like a food person.
most of my people will join this live now.
Oh, sorry, Modern Mama Put. How would you be saying you've not sold in 2 weeks? I find that
Yes,
difficult to understand. Is it
yes,
possible
yes. See, yes, it's possible,
for a
and
food
she
vendor
should
not
not
to
just
sell in
say
two?
yes.
Are you
Yes,
serious?
it depends on positioning. If the food vendor has not marketed, if she has not put her business out there. See, we are talking about the art of selling.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
your positioning? What is your branding? What marketing have you put in place? regardless of whatever
Don't
you are
worry,
selling.
I know your blood is hot. Wait, we'll go into that. We'll go into that. Let's start from it. I know you're ready to just unleash, to just pour out everything. Don't worry. Just do like this. Do like this. Do like this. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. I just want to round off the conversation I was having with with the audience before you came. So I was just talking about
Okay.
people having an employer mentality, even if they're employees. Because I was saying that this our discussion is not only for entrepreneurs, it's not only for business people. It's even for 9 to 5ers. I tell people that everybody cannot be an entrepreneur. So I said it earlier, everybody's not going to be a business owner, but everybody should have a business owner's mentality. Everybody should have an entrepreneurial mentality. It's called the spirit of enterprise. You shouldn't say because I'm a 9 to 5er, I will just come to the office, do my thing, and go. Right? Now, if you do that, you probably get paid at the end of the month because you're on the payroll. You probably get a pat on the back from a few of your colleagues, maybe even your supervisor. But when your line manager is looking for the person to give a stellar, appraisal, right? You're probably not going to be counted among those people because they see
Yeah.
you as someone who is not ready to go beyond the ordinary. You're not
Yes.
ready to do beyond what is expected of
Yes.
you because you have an
Yes.
employee mentality. Make I don't show face, so make you know be like say I no call. At least I came. I mark attendance. I don't close 5 o'clock like this. You see them.
There
They'll
are
be
some
doing
people
countdown.
like that. Like, I do tell my team that it's okay. The thing is, you are here for the money, I know. But I know it's not all of you that wants to be an entrepreneur, but eventually, if some of you find yourself in that field, your business will be blessed because where you were working before, you gave your all.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, yes, we know you are working for the money. And you need to just go extra miles, even if you are getting paid, even if it's salary.
Yeah.
Because if you personally did not even go extra miles, you won't know the point at which you can stretch to. You won't know what lies in you,
Correct.
what you can do extraordinarily. So
Absolutely.
whatever you find yourself doing, you need to just do it exceptionally well.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the pay now. When I was working with a company, that I stretched myself. That was when I knew that so I can do this.
Yeah.
So I can do this. If I was just restricted to what my offer says, I would not know anything. I would not know anything extra. But when my bosses saw that, to me can do more than this, let us increase our pay and also promote her because I stretched myself more than what was in my offer. So
Correct.
this is why I advise people, if you know you're working for someone, just do your best.
Yeah.
Don't be restricted that my salary is 300K. Now my salary what I go do. Yes, there are some bosses too, they don't know it. They don't know when their staff are stretching themselves and they see it
True.
like, let me use her. She's doing more than. I'm not that kind of boss.
Yeah.
In fact,
No, the thing is,
my,
no matter who you are, right? I think everybody has a bit of an understanding of value, right?
yes,
If they are providing value, I think people, no matter how bad that person is, right, they would recognize that this person is doing well.
yeah,
And
yeah,
for me, it's not so much about what the technical skills, especially in this day and age. It's not so much about the technical skills you have. It's more about your mentality. It's about attitude. That's why they say
yeah.
attitude is everything, right?
Attitude is
I would
everything.
even
This is
rather
one
take
word.
someone who may not be as technically sound as I expect, but has the best attitude over someone who has it the other way around. Because with the right attitude, even if you don't have the skills, you'll be willing to learn. You'll
Yes,
be
with
willing
the
to
right
learn
attitude. Yes,
if you have the
you'll be
right
willing to
attitude.
learn.
Exactly. And the attitude has to be one of I'm willing to go beyond the ordinary, regardless of what has
That
been
is it.
stated in my offer, in my
That
employment
is it.
letter. There's some people that will tell you that this one is not my employment letter. Oh. It's not my employment. They didn't say I should
That's
work
what
at
I'm
6
saying.
p.m.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So those
As
people
I
don't go
speak,
far.
my staff, you see, as I speak, my staff are in my office. They just cited the moon today. Means tomorrow is Ramadan.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
nobody is sleeping. After this life, I'm going to the office. Nobody is sleeping because, you know, imagine, because in their offer letter, it says, we are working for a food brand, and this is how we operate.
Yeah.
If I tell you we are open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., does not mean there are no days you will not go home. There are days you will not go home.
Correct.
There are days you will sleep over.
Correct.
There are days you work on Sunday. There are days on your off days, which is Monday, you will work. So there is that clause in it. So that is why I tend to like employ people, staff that are passionate. When I
True.
employ them, I let them know how passionate I am about my brand. So they need to carry it on their head. That is why most content you see, if you see my page, if you see, we are together, we align. And that also helps. Because you cannot go and employ somebody that in her head, she wants to work with you for just 3 months, collect the salary, collect the money, because she only needs that money. Maybe that salary is 100K and she only needs 400K, and she will now stay for 4 months. After 4 months, she will go. There's nothing you can do, because when you were
Absolutely.
employing, you did not sense that entitlement that I just want to work for this money.
Yeah.
That is
Correct.
what I don't do, because I will tell you, I have the money, I will give you. If you know you only come here to work for that money, I can give you so that you will go. Maybe you need help. But if
Abby?
you really know you are passionate about the job, you can wait, stay, and you will learn a lot. If you
True.
now want to do your own, we can even support. I don't let it be like you want to work for me and that's the end. No, I will let you know there is more to it. So that also helps, and it gives them rest of mind, peace of mind, that I am working with a company that grows every year. And that's
Correct.
important, because staff do not also like when a company is just stagnant. Even customers, when
Yeah.
you are just stagnant, you are among those people that
Yeah.
say what works for you might not work for me. That is how my company has been for 10 years, and you feel it's okay.
No, no, it's not okay. So you have to grow. You have to grow. Even a tree that is planted in one place that is not a human being, it grows. So why would you, that is a human being, setting up a business, why
No,
wouldn't you grow?
there are some entrepreneurs, there are some business owners that they are just
They are
myopic
the
in their
same.
thinking. They are just
They've been doing business for 10 years and there is still the same thing. Yeah.
exactly. If they leave this country today and go to another country, it's still the
The
same
same thing, the same
process, the
process, the same
same
mentality.
process. They don't want
Yeah.
to, yes, they don't
Evolve.
want to expand, they don't want to
They don't want to
evolve.
evolve. They don't want to
And
evolve. I
whenever
agree.
a client sees how you evolve in your brand, they know that this person knows what he or she is doing. They
Yeah.
want to buy. They want to do something with the company. They know that I know this lady knows what she's doing. And that is why you see there are some clients they associate with a brand that has grown over the years. I have
Absolutely.
customers of almost a decade now. Customers of 8 years, 5 years, 6 years with me,
Yeah.
because they knew when I started
And they've
from
been with
scratch,
you since then.
when the pictures weren't clear, and
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
proud. A customer
Correct.
came from the US this year, early this year. He said, I have been saving this money because I want to come and order from you and I will take it to the US. Before you are big like this, we have been there. When you were still in Shangotedo, I was happy. I said, oh, really? Imagine the clientele has expanded, it has grown. I cannot even remember. He said,
Fantastic.
okay, so yes, I have the clientele base, I have the records and everything, but how many do you want to remember? They will tell you, Chef T, I know when you were still in Shangotedo, when you still bring inside the rain, you bring meals to us, when rain will scatter everything. And I appreciate them. And I'm like, wow. You know, there are some silent customers. They just watch you silently.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know them. He's amongst them. He said
Okay.
it was even my wife that. So, you know, we just need to evolve as entrepreneurs and as business owners. We
Yeah.
need to evolve so businesses
Absolutely.
can go
We'll
further.
talk about that in more detail, but I just want to shout out to Leon. Leon Photography he just joined a few seconds ago, and every other person who joined us. Thank you for joining this live. I appreciate your
Thank
being here.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You can already see from Tuminu's from the few minutes I've been talking to her how passionate she is. In fact, one thing I admire about Tuminu is she's very, even just the way she talks, you can feel the energy.
in her voice. You can feel the energy, the passion in the way she talks, the way she does her things, and I'm not surprised she's achieved this much success in her business because really, life is all about passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life is all about passion. Life is all about commitments. And it is very evident in the way she carries herself and the way she does her things,
I'm not
right?
sure there's anywhere I will go to and people won't know I sell food.
They will
I'm not sure.
know.
Even in class,
They must know, say, hey, person don't
because that's
land.
my identity.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So carry your
my
business
identity.
on your head like this. Carry it on your head. I remember one day I was at an O and B party like this was about 7, 8 years ago. And as I was on the dance floor, I was dancing, and can you believe that as I was dancing with someone, I was telling this lady, it was a lady, I was telling her about my business, right? And right there on the dance floor. That's how much I also carry my business on my head. I do not conclude if you know me, if you've known me for a week or 2 weeks, and you do not know that I'm into real estate, then I've done wrong. In fact, if you even know me for a day, like we just met today like this, maybe we met in the morning, and by evening we are talking, and you do not know that I do real estate, then there's something wrong somewhere. You should know. Everybody should know about my
You will
business.
know me. You will even know. You
But we'll
will
go
know.
into that. You know what I want us to do? I usually start with an introduction, right? Because fine, a lot of people here are your followers. Some of them are my followers as well, right? But I always like to start with an introduction just for the benefit of those who may not
Yeah.
know who we are,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so I'll start by introducing myself, right? I'm the host, so let me start. My name is Bamidele Adewale. I'm the MD P1 Stars, right? P1 Stars is a real estate company based in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Now, someone is asking, Sin Rice is asking, is it the same as P1 Group? No, it is not the same as
No.
P1 Group. We run a franchise-based, quote and unquote, it's like a franchise-based system. So there are several P1 companies, right? I run one of those companies. I co-own and run one of those companies. It's called P1 Stars. Okay, we are based off of Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. We're into land and buildings, although we do more of buildings now. Our portfolio is about, I would say, 95% buildings, 5% land. We're actually phasing out our land side, so we want to focus on buildings. So we do apartments. We have apartment projects in Shongutedu. And it's interesting you mentioned that you started in Shongutedu. That's actually where I am currently now. So that's where we have our projects. We have 5 projects in Shongutedu. We've delivered one. So we've delivered one, people are living there, and we have 4 others that are work in progress. This year alone, we intend to launch at least 3 to 4 more projects. So by the end of the year, we'll be having close to 10 building projects in the market. So that's what I do
Wow,
by
that's a lot.
profession. Thank you very much. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant. I studied economics in school. I'm also a stockbroker. And so I have quite a number of finance certifications, but I do real estate now. Okay, so I've dropped all my ICANN and everything. I've put all of those things to one side, and I'm fully into real estate now. I've been doing real estate for over 10 years now, and I'm quite passionate about it. So that's me. That's all about me. I will then yield to Mineno to then do a quick introduction. I'm sure most people already know you, but for the benefit of those who don't know you, please introduce yourself to us. Then we'll
Nobody
go
know
into the
me. Oh. Me, I'm
conversation.
just a hustler. I'm an hustler.
You are an
My name is
executive. Dangote will
Timini.
say he's a hustler too now. Even Otedola say will say he's a hustler. I did not hustlers. Okay
My
then.
name is Olani Itumininu. I'm the founder of Home of Tasty Meals, the best food in bowl restaurant in the whole wide world.
Mm,
We make same-day order
okay.
and delivery of fresh African and Oriental meals. We deliver in less than 2 hours to any location of your choice in Nigeria, and we also deliver globally. Canada, US, UK, Dubai, anywhere in the world. All you need to do is just have money.
Mm,
Because good food, they say, is not cheap.
mm.
So we deliver meals to the 1% of the 1%.
Ah.
No cap. So whenever I say this, people think maybe I'm capping because evidence day and it choke. So you can
It's
check through
true.
our page. You are going to see some of our customers.
Okay.
Some of our customers they are exclusive customers. I usually say this, but I don't want to put this on yet because somebody has abused me before. I said I don't sell food to salary earners. Most of our customers because most of our news you want to come and use your salary to buy food.
Ha! That is discrimination, no, madam.
Not
That
not
is
discrimination,
marginalization.
because the least food you can get from us is outrageous. So I do
Eh?
say it. So it's because the positioning has been there, so it's not as if maybe it's discrimination or anything. I know people that they tend to like, let me contribute this money before I order from you. When it's becoming that, it's something that is that is not just, my food is not cheap.
Okay, can you give us an example of the kind of pricing for your food? Can you put figures to it?
If you want to buy one bowl from me now, you need to have nothing less than 60,000 naira.
One bowl of what?
One bowl of the least soup, seafood, ilala sekpo,
60K.
that has protein. So if you
Okay.
want to order ewedu 2.5 liters, that's like ewedu. Ewedu is for swallow now. You
Yeah,
cannot just take it alone.
yeah.
Ewedu is 30K for 2 liters. So before you want to have a complete meal with us, you need to have nothing less than 300K upwards.
For Ewedu, 300K.
Before you
Ah,
have a complete
that
meal
can buy a
with.
plot of land, though. Do you know that? Hey! So
So
people
that's
are
why I
eating
said,
away their land. That's why I say now people are literally
but
drinking and
food
eating
is
their land.
important. But food is important.
I'm
Food
saying
is
that
important.
in Ekpe or in some places in Lekki, all those far places, you can buy a plot of land for 300, 400,000.
Is a
So you're telling me
lie.
that some land are worth a plot
Bamidele
of okra soup.
is a lie.
What are you talking
300K.
about?
Which land?
You can buy
There is
land.
this land.
There are realtors on this call. Now ask them; they will tell you now. There are realtors on this
Is a
call. You can
lie.
buy. Although I would not
Excuse me,
recommend.
please.
Don't get me wrong. I don't recommend such land.
Nike. Nike.
Nike, answer your if to me is your guy. Answer how before you get query.
No, my daughter. So the thing is, that is just the positioning I've put my brand to be. So, and I
100K
am
for a
sure.
bowl, a bowl of soup,
Mhm.
and people are buying.
People buy.
Eh? Hey, like
We
how long will
cook.
that bowl last? Like how long?
It now depends on the person
On the
that is buying. Some
consumption.
some
Yeah.
some of these others are for personal home consumption. Also, okay, so this is basically, I serve customers that they want to get home. When they get home, I mean, they get home to enjoy good food. After, when they must have gone to a maybe fine dining, different restaurants to please their friends to eat, there is
Yeah.
nothing good as you getting home to good delicacies.
Yeah.
I
Correct.
call my food convenience, peace of mind.
Hmm.
When you get home and you balance, you cannot eat my food with a tie on and a white shirt on.
Why?
It's not possible.
Yo, why can't I eat your food? That means I
You,
can't eat your food in my office.
you, you see, I mean, what I'm trying to say in essence is convenience.
You need
You want
to
to be
balance it down. Balance
you
very
need to,
well.
it means it is food that is fit for people that have worked there. Like, I own this. I deserve this exclusive meal. That is it.
So
Because
don't say your food is
the
for odogus, not for ordinary
it's
people.
exactly
It's
it's
not
not
for a
for
common
cheap
man.
people.
Hmm.
It's not for a poor man. That is
Hmm.
just it. I won't lie to you. It's not for poor
Okay.
people. I just said it. So, and to God be the glory. We cook every day.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Great.
do you
Fantastic. So
get?
we'll go into more details about how you run your business up to this point, right? But I noticed something about you. You're a marketer by nature, right? That is very
Yeah.
clear. Because I asked you to do an introduction. We've been having this IG Lives as a series for the past maybe 1 month now, right? Or there are 2 months. And anytime I ask anybody to introduce themselves, it always goes straight to the point. My name is this. I run this company or I work with this company, and that's it. But the way you marinated your introduction, you added pepper,
Bamidele,
added spice, maybe because you're
Bamidele,
into food.
Bamidele.
Add,
We
yes,
go LBS together now.
I know now.
Now we are smart now.
Hey, hey. In fact, that introduction was a marketing pitch. That was our introduction.
That
You started by saying, "My company, Home of Tasty Meals, is the best in the world." I noted that. Right?
that's
It's
no
the
cap.
best in the world. Okay, so that is confidence. Even though
Yeah.
that still needs to be vetted. It needs to be
You can
vetted
go
on.
and vet it, but me, oh, before you change
As
my
far as
mind,
we are
that's not the
concerned.
best. It will take time.
Okay, so it's the best in the world. It's not for ordinary people. We deliver locally and internationally. So literally, you turned your introduction into a marketing pitch, and I think that's
Yeah.
something that is worth noting. Really, as an entrepreneur, you should always be marketing. You should always promote yourself. Don't be ashamed.
Bamidili,
Yes,
the topic of this life is the art of selling.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, you know now, so
It's
the
all,
thing is,
yeah.
number one thing I believe as an entrepreneur, even if you're not selling food, don't just have it at the back of your mind that you want to sell because you are exchanging something. It's more than that. It goes beyond that.
Mm,
It goes beyond that. What solution are you providing? What problem are you solving?
correct.
1,001 people are cooking. 1,000, I mean, 1 million and 1 point something million are cooking.
Absolutely. They are so, in fact,
And
I'm seeing them joining the live now as we're speaking. I'm saying
but
something
sets
caterer, something
what
edible, something.
what sets you apart?
Correct.
What is that thing that sets you apart? If you are doing a business, if you are doing real estate, I won't mention names. There is a real estate developer I know, and there is this thing they attach to their estates, solar. If you are
Oh,
buying their
I
properties,
know who they are. I know who
there
they are.
is solar. There is
Yeah,
this solar fee, and there is one that does not have
yeah,
solar fee.
yeah. I know them. I
That
know them.
makes sense.
They are one of
And
the. Yeah.
one I have one of my friends there. Me, I like evidence, and that's why they call me evidence queen.
Hmm.
I called one of my friend that lives there, said, "How far, babe? These people, are they real? Do they do this thing through to me, wow, can you schedule?
Hmm. Hmm.
If I want to get a property that has keyed me in, I will buy."
Already, because
Only
they've created a niche for themselves.
she said to me, I was formerly living as a tenant before I now got a property for myself because I was comfortable when I
Hmm.
was a tenant in one of their buildings.
Hmm.
So what sets you apart? Everybody in the real estate company, they give payment plan. That is one thing that is rampant that I know that they are
Yeah.
doing. What sets you apart aside from that payment plan? I remember before I started my food business, when I started, I saw a problem. You
Hmm.
cannot tell me to place an order and I'll wait 24 to 48 hours before I eat a wedu that I'm seeing and
Hmm.
Bukas you and
Hmm.
Shaki.
Hmm.
What is that? It does not make sense. And I said it to myself, when I have mastered my art of cooking these things, repetition, I am going to do this. Same day order, same day delivery. It takes a whole lot of work. But was I able to achieve it? Yes, I did. And when I started same day order, same day delivery, everybody started keying into it. They saw that it was possible. I have the likes of different food vendors that came to my office to me, how do you do this?
Hmm.
I explained, I wasn't scared to even tell them. I told them, if I can do it, you can do it better. Because me doing it alone does not mean I am the best. No, I'm not in for that.
Correct.
The fact that I told them now, does that mean I'm not selling? I am selling because there are other tricks I have coined into my business and nobody can know. And when my customers call, in your food, I cannot see, and I'm like, you can, ma. That is why we are exceptional. And
Hmm.
that is why we keep selling every day.
Hmm.
I said I want to do same day order, same day delivery. I took a building. When I told somebody I needed a building, I told my husband, I said I needed a building to myself. I needed a staff quarters where my cooks will be selling, and they will be cooking, where they will be sleeping. He said, why? I said, because of what I want to achieve. Another thing is, when you have a vision, everybody does not need to align with your vision. You are the
Correct.
one that knows where you are going. You
Correct.
know where you are going. You need to focus,
Correct.
because eventually, when it makes sense, everybody will now start
The same people have doubted
aligning.
you.
They
Okay,
will not start
you know,
believing in you.
so can I share my own a bit of my own experience as well with you,
Okay, please
and
go
then
ahead.
you can then also further elaborate on your own experience, right? Okay, so for
Yes,
me,
yeah.
I remember I was at a conference sometime last year, and I was a panel session, and one of the questions that was thrown at me was, what is your mantra? What is it that what is that one thing that keeps you going? And I told them, I said, one of the mantras that I have, or one of the slogans that I have, the major one is this. I said, watch the crowd and do the opposite. That's always been my way of doing things. I watch the crowd and I do the opposite. So whenever I find myself in any situation, now let's take real estate for as an example. I told
Example.
myself that all the things that are going on around me, I'm going to try and do something totally different. I'm going to try
Different.
and stand out. And people who know me, people who know my company, the P1 Stars, they know that we're very different. In fact, I even got awarded recently in an award ceremony where I was actually singled out as, or my company was singled out as one company that is totally, they call it the X Factor Award. We are totally different from every other company within the P1 group. Those of us that are into real estate, they understand what I'm talking about. So one of the things I try to do is, I realize that a lot of people are doing land because it's easy. It's very easy to do land. You just go in, pay one on money, 10 million naira deposit or whatever, and then you start selling land. And you're selling cheap land. I told you there's some land going for 300,000, 500,000. Yes, it actually exists, right? But those lands are problem land. I
Problem.
don't bold to say it. And I know some people hear me be selling those kind of
Obviously, when
properties.
you said it now, I said 300K. Where?
Yes. Okay, someone just quoted it. Yes, the P1 Stars X Factor Award. Yeah, so so it's easy to do that kind of business. But I told myself I do not want to be doing those kinds of business, even though it's easy. Right? Standing out is not easy, it's never easy. It's always difficult. It's
A
always
lot of work.
difficult to do things that every other person is
Differently, exceptionally.
differently.
Yes.
It's very difficult. But it's better to take that
The
bold
risk.
step, take the
Yeah.
risk, do the work, and you will get the rewards eventually. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen eventually. Right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
told myself, I'm not going to do anything properties, cheap lands. I will not do cheap lands. I told myself this 2019, when we were just about a year old. I said, I'm not going to do any land I'm doing must have C of O or governor's consent. People thought I was crazy. Like, how can you survive? Literally, how? Those properties are expensive. Right, to get the C of O land is expensive, and most of the people who have the C of O lands, they ask you to pay in 1 month, pay in 2 months. Unlike families that sell all this cheap land, they can give you 12 months, 16 months, 18-month payment plan. But the C of O landowners, they will tell you that, look, I have money, I'm not looking for money. If you don't pay me in 2 months, forget about it. So it's difficult. But I said, I'm going to do it. And I said, you start doing C of O lands, governor's consent land, and people thought I won't last. Eventually, maybe they've tried it. Eventually, this is my 7th year in business now, and I've maintained that policy. Now, transitioning from land to building was also very tough, because to do building, you need to have money. You need to have cash. You can do without having cash to do land business. But to do building, to build houses, you need to have
A lot
cash.
of money.
It's a lot of money. So what did I do? I started looking for cash. I started looking for liquidity. I started talking to investors, talking to friends, family. The truth of the matter is that where there is a will, there's a way.
There's a way. Yeah.
That's the way I see life. Where there is a will, as long as you are determined to make a difference, you will eventually make that difference. Now, when I started, a lot of the people that were doubting, that were saying, this guy, what are you doing? All your mates are making billions. They are driving flashy cars, and you are there. They are saying you want to do Mr. Goody. You are doing only
Integrity
plain
goes
business.
a long way.
Integrity. Yeah, this.
Maybe that
They were all laughing at me. But today, silently, some of them are beginning to say, this guy
is
actually
making
knew
sense.
what he's actually making sense. In fact, when we delivered our first housing project, the accolades that were coming in were unbelievable. They were unbelievable. I know what happened. Once we delivered that building project, selling our subsequent products became a lot easier because I now had some credibility. I had something, we all had something that we could show as evidence, right? I like the fact that I used the word evidence to show that as evidence that we can
Yeah.
actually deliver projects. Now, our subsequent projects, in fact, there's one particular project, it's called the Statement Residences, located in Shangotedu. That project is selling like fire. It's selling like fire, and the reason it's selling like fire is because people have seen evidence that we have delivered and we can deliver. So it helps. So now, all of a sudden, all of those people that were thinking this guy is going nuts, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, this guy is not being realistic, they are beginning to see the vision, they are beginning to see the plan. And I like the fact that you spoke about solar, right? That's one of the things that we're also planning to do in our company. We intend to install, not for
I can
free.
hear you.
Yeah, okay. So we intend to install solar panels in what we intend to have uninterrupted power supply, right, in all our subsequent projects. Okay, such that
Okay, then.
as you are buying into our buildings, we are giving you solar, right? And you
Yeah.
would also make provision for you to connect for you to buy your batteries and connect your batteries. We have a zero tolerance for generators. I don't even want to see any generators in any of our sites. We don't allow generators. Okay, so we've already made backup for power. We've introduced some other technologies. I don't want to speak too much about those things, but the point I'm trying to make is that the things that we're doing right now as a company are things that only very few, I won't say we're the only ones that are doing it, others are doing some of these things, but there are very, very few companies, real estate companies, that are doing the things that we are doing. And that's really what is making us stand out, and that's what's really helping us. Okay? We're still not making the biggest revenues that some of our contemporaries are making because those other people are not doing very clean business, I have to say, right? But we do business. I sell real estate and I can go to sleep with my both eyes closed.
That is how it should
Not
be.
many real estate entrepreneurs can do that. A lot of them move around with mopos, a lot of them move around with security. Because,
We know them.
exactly, because they're not doing things right. I don't need security for anything. Right? Now, does that mean my business is perfect? Does that mean I don't have people who complain about one or two things? No. I do have issues like every other business, but to a very large extent, I can sleep well, soundly at night. So it's not so much about making money all the time. It's really about impact and doing things right. Integrity is very important. So I was really very excited when you spoke about the fact that you want to do things differently. You want to be efficient. We also have same day now in my company. My customer service person is on this call. She will testify to the fact that in my company, when you make payments for property, you must get your receipt that day. That day, you must get your receipts of payments that same day. I do not allow for a client to make payment except the client makes payment at night, right? Like you make payments at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., in which case it is understandable if the client gets their receipt and other documents the next day. But if you make payment before 5 p.m. that same day, you are getting your documents, right? And we've also started something very, 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 I would say, unusual, right? We're also trying to pay commissions to our agents the same day, of worst case 24 hours. So you make a sale of any of our properties that same day, the next day, latest 48 hours, you get your commission. It's all about efficiency. These things are not easy, right? It takes a lot of discipline. But I'll rather take the pain of discipline than take the pain of regret, because you have to suffer one pain. You have to choose one. It's either you suffer the pain of discipline or you suffer the pain of regret. So really, that's the story I also wanted to share with you. So I would also love to hear. I'm sure a lot of people also want to hear about you as well, your journey and how you've been able to build your brand to this level.
The thing is, like I always say, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you know this, even a baby crawls before it start leaping gradually, then before a baby now start walking. If you want a very good company, a company that will outlive you, you need to be careful and you need to be serious about whatever you are building. You need to know that you cannot rush it. Repetition is important. And that's what we call consistency. You know, if you keep doing something over and over again, like maybe this needle and this what wool that we usually put
thread. Yes.
there is a point whereby if you get to some tailor's place, they can do it while they close their eyes.
Of course.
Because
it's called unconscious competence. That's what it's called.
They've mastered that art of doing it. And that's why they can close it. They can close their eyes while doing it. So my own story is, I know a lot of people have heard it over and over again, and let me just shorten it. After cooking, after maybe I was working with a company in Dangote Industries, and I knew it was just the Holy Spirit. Sorry if you know you are not a God person. And there is this thing I don't remove from my story, that's the God factor. Because if it is not Him, I'm not sure. I am a spoiled brat. I'm the last born in my family, an only girl. So I don't even know how to lay my bed.
All last borns. I'm also a last born as well.
So I don't even know how to lay my bed. So when I say the God factor is there, and God says, this is what you are going to do, I just find myself cooking. I wouldn't lie to you. The culinary school I went to is not to just learn, it's to just collect the certification so that, they won't just chest you somewhere that what's wrong with. And self-taught now is even doing better than those people that even collect certificates. I did self-taught for about 3 years and I was good. I am still good. There is no meal I cannot cook. And that is it. If you're an entrepreneur in any business you find yourself, make sure you yourself, the owner of the business, you can do those things. Because in case when the staff will just show you shaggy in like 5 minutes and your body will just, everything about your life will just pass you by.
Yeah.
Because I employed, when I opened my mainland branch, Anthony, my headquarters, the first month, the second month, the third month, it's a food business, and the people you need to recruit, they'll be like older than you. Obviously, they know they are older than me. And these madams, I went to Abattoir to buy cow, ram, goat. I bought cow 1, I bought goat meat like 5, I bought ram 2. That's how I buy it every Mondays, so they can wash it against Tuesday meals, because Mondays are our off days. And when I got to work, 10 of my staff did not resume.
Wow.
What happened? They said they did not say anything. Am I owing them? No. So what happened? All the duties we needed to do that day, I did it myself with my supervisor and assistant. We are just 3. We did the work of 13 people.
Wow.
Imagine I don't know how to cook. So this is why I tell aspiring entrepreneurs, food vendors, because I know most of you are here and you want to listen and you want to learn. And I'm going to tell you something today that you need to put at your left hand so you can always go back to it. The God factor, the spirit of repetition, and that confidence in yourself. Let me tell you something. On this gram today, a lot of people do not like when you are too confident, when you know that I know what I am doing. People hate it. And I will tell you for a fact today, this is why most people don't align with me. If I should post tomorrow, I will still tell you I am the best food vendor. And it makes some people's head knock out. Now, Oshe Mama Long need the best. Yes, because I am the best.
With an attitude.
It is an attitude for like, it is inbuilt.
Of course.
Evidence day.
Yes, so
I know what my other food vendors are doing, and they are doing very hard. That is very hard for them. And I do it seamlessly. It's not my power, it is God. So if you don't have God, go and seek Him first. Because by the time you seek Him first, because all this food we are cooking, He created it. We are just twisting it to give it a name and all those things. So you need, Yoruba will say, Ishe onje, Ishe ayeni.
Yeah.
So you need to be fully equipped. So the thing is, if you need to have that God factor, the spirit of repetition, your passion alone is not enough.
You all need to write that down. Passion alone is not enough.
Alone is not enough. Food vendors, other businesses I don't know about other businesses, but I know there are some tips you can also hold inside this mentorship. Because let me just call this a mentorship live.
Yeah.
Because you will sit down like this. Shebi passion. Oh yeah, go and be cooking. Passion will give you money.
No,
Hard
it doesn't
work.
work that way.
You will work
It's
in this line
energy.
of
It's
business.
energy. You need energy, not passion.
You need energy. You
Yeah.
will work for every penny you want to spend. There will be days that you don't feel like standing up.
Oh, absolutely. That's where discipline comes in.
There will be days, yes, that is when discipline comes in.
Yeah.
There will be days you will not sell. There will be days you will cook those meals just for picture's sake so that customers would come. There will be days that you will cook and you go and give your neighbors. But can you permit me? There are also days that you will make that 1 million. And there are days that you will make that 5 million. And you'll be sleeping on your bed, looking at yourself. Is this me? So let me now tell you this. You see those days that you cook those meals just for pictures, that there are no orders. Can you just take a rest? Can you just sleep and calm your nerves? Because the better days are ahead.
Correct.
Only if you put the spirit of repetition, and your integrity also matters.
Yeah.
Because there will be a point in food business. You start seeing that money in a big way. And no matter you'll be like, please, the customers I have are enough. It's a lie. If they are enough, you'll not see me shout every day. If I want to look at the money in my account, I will not post again. I will not even post. I will not tell any celebrities to post my brand.
It seems like I need to come and touch the hem of your garment one of these days. Oh. I need to touch the hem of your garment.
No,
so
Bamidele, this is what this is why I said they need God. Because you will want to like be proud. You will be proud to your customers. It's those customers that are feeding you. They are the one that will tell other people that omoye, share. And once a customer has started doing that, you have made it. Don't you ever if you check my page, maybe early this year, I posted something. I said, my customers, I was hailing them because they are king. My customers are. Why will somebody bring 2 million, 1 million, 5 million to order food? I am telling them in the food industry that it is possible. It is not an event. It is home delivery, because we deliver the best.
2 million for home delivery. 1 million, 2 million for home delivery.
It's even small.
Okay.
If you sell lunch packs, so now let me divert. If you sell lunch packs of food,
yes.
Let me tell you something. There is something we call packaging. What you call yourself is what your customers will call you. If you tell your customers you are cheap, but you are cheap in a more beautiful way, because you are selling lunch packs 2,000, does not mean you should be dirty. Your customer knows who you are by your meals, by the meals you post, by the way you carry yourself. This is positioning. This is branding. You will say you have not sold for almost 2 hours. Have you do sponsored ad? Have you posted? Keep posting. Keep cooking that food and give your neighbors. Some of you don't even talk to your neighbors. You don't greet them and you're selling food. People eat every day. People do parties every day.
You can't run out of business if you're into food.
Because you are into food. Bamidele, you are into food. You need to be friendly, even with the people that you're not supposed to be friendly with. Because you don't know where your customers are coming from. Bamidele, there is no how inflation wants to be. People will eat.
Even during COVID. During COVID, when every
during COVID was when I eat my maddest sales. It was COVID that made me to know that this business, now me and you, we died there.
You died there, I realize that.
Bamidele. So if you know you are a food business and you have been watching me for over the years, you feel maybe I cannot talk to this woman, I don't have a mentorship money or something. I am telling you this for free. You need to be patient. You need to spend money to look for money. And you are seeing my ad everywhere. You need to put that money you are making back into the business. If you know you want the business to outlive you. I know some of you want to do the business so that your husband will not say, oh, kushe kokon, so that you have mouth to talk. I know. Some of you are just doing it on a small scale. I gave food business a meaning. I am telling you with the whole of my mouth. When I got a building and I made a video that everybody, this is where I'm working from. A lot of people started leaving their kitchen and renting apartments to go and get serious with their businesses, because it's not just something you will do from your kitchen. Because a lot of customers, they want to see where their meals are from, where they are cooking it from. There are some people, they don't want to eat dirty food. That is why you see I make videos of our kitchen. You can never see my kitchen dirty. Like, yeah. Yes. Hold on, Jomi, I'm busy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So this is what a lot of us do not want to know. Yes, I know it can be tedious, it can be hard for some food vendors. If you know you need to start small. I started small. I started from a 1-bedroom apartment in Shangotedo. I am saying it with my full chest.
When was that?
2017, 2018 in Shangotedo, Abidjan, GRA.
Wow.
You know,
that's not that
don't have that place.
Yeah.
You know how that place was then.
Yeah.
It wasn't bubbling like now.
I think you've really done very well for yourself. I mean, that's not.
I said I have customers that know me from there, and they will be like,
and
this girl.
They are still with you.
And they are still with me. You need to know how to keep your customers.
Very important.
Rain will fall, Bamidele. Rain will fall. And we trek from Abidjan to Majek. You know Majek?
I know Majek now.
Before we will give rider, because Ojotima Bagbobo Benye, before we give rider food. I don't know if you understand me.
I understand you.
I will give it to them. They will go and deliver. When I saw that the customer's clientele base was improving, I went to Bonny Cantonment. I rented a small shop. I was cooking from there. Look for a tab for her. I was cooking from there.
Wow.
I was serving customers in the offices around there.
And you were doing this all by yourself? You understand? Or you had people around you?
Myself and my husband.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My husband was assisting me. He was there. If I'm cooking like this, my husband will be washing plates. He works with Dangote Industries too. But when he comes back from work, that is what he will assist me. Because me, I hate to wash plates too. I don't like to wash plates.
You know what? Is very important, because you mentioned something very, very critical earlier. You said passion is not enough, right? And
it is not.
It's not. It's energy. You need the energy.
My neighbors, then I will cook. I will take pictures. I will post it. After posting it like this, I will go and distribute the food to them. They are the one that will eat it. Because any Torah, and I will post in caption. Others that left today. What I was doing then as a dream is now my reality now. Because any freaking order that leaves home of Tasty Meals was made for a customer today. Nothing less than 300 bowls goes out every day. If you know what that means.
300 bowls every day.
Leave them. You are not on my Domilojo, I'm busy. You are not on my Bekuro Mbenye. You are not on I'm coming. You are not on my business line. Assuming you're on my business line, you will understand what I'm talking about.
300 meals every day.
Customer, each customer, they order nothing less than 5 bowls to themselves. One single customer. One customer. If we pack one customer's order like this.
Now, there's something I want to bring out. There's something I want to bring out from what you are saying, because I want us to drill down the point so that our audience can really understand what you're talking about. Okay. Now, I think what you are telling us is that it's not only so much about mass market. Mass market is okay; it has its own place. But the customers that you win, that you are able to attract, can you keep them? Right? It takes, for me, in my own business, there are 2 things that I try to do to keep my customers. Number one, the product. Product delivery. Because at the end of the day, what sustains a business in the long term is the product. No matter how good you are with your marketing, no matter how good you are with every other thing, if the product is not good, eventually you get found out.
Okay.
You get
So
found
this
out.
is it. Let me come in there, Bamidele.
Yes.
Aside the product, let me tell you something. There are some customers, no matter how good your products are, your customer service is important.
Yeah, I was going to go to that. I was going to go to
yes,
that.
Some customers will come and meet you. This good though, but she can worship you. Worship in the sense that how you relate with them.
Absolutely.
How
Absolutely.
responsive you are. Bamidele,
Correct.
if you send a message to Home of Tasty Meals at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night, somebody will respond to you.
Correct.
Do you understand? Your packaging. Some customers will say, I just love the way you pack my meal. I want to stop and post you and tag you. There are some customers. So there's something we do in our company now. Whenever any customers order, we post it and we tag them, or we post it and we let them know your orders are going out. If we did not post a particular customer's order, they usually send us messages. You have not posted my order. Is it only the people that order 6 bowls up or your poster? Sorry, we will post it. At the point, I was like, Kilo Shele, buy Tori alone. Is it because I will have to post it? Do you understand? I posted a customer's order, the CEO of UAC Foods, this evening. I posted his meals.
Sorry, UAC Foods, not UAC Group. Okay.
Yes.
I worked in UAC before, so I know. So yeah. Okay.
I posted his meal this evening. He said, your people will start following you. I tag him. This thing is on private. I said, don't worry. Your page is on private. You will not accept them. And somebody came into my DM and said, now I know why you are exclusive. You don't sell to people that collect salary. True. I was laughing. Bamidele, it did not just happen like that. I positioned my brand. From the onset, I said to myself, I want to serve people that love good food. And good food is not what? It's not cheap. So now, if you sell cheap food, there is a way you can package yourself. And any out person will not just come and meet you. The fact that it is cheap, different people will do rubbish. They will throw rubbish at you. But there is a way you can position yourself. How do you sell it out all the time? What is your USP? What is your unique selling point? It could be how you post. It could be how you package. It could be something inside that meal that is until they receive it, then they know. What problem are you solving? At first, I was solving, if you know your immediate convenience, immediate hunger. A lot of people are doing it now. I have changed it. It is when you order, you will now know. My customer service, I've not seen a food vendor that can meet up with it, with what we do. I've not seen.
Service is very key. So I was going to say that the two key pillars for me are, number one, product, number two, customer service. For us, we don't joke with customer service. We don't even, it's not something we even compromise. See, the way we treat our customers in my company, it's like customer is not just king. You're like a demigod to us, right? You're like a demigod. Every time, do you know that every single customer I get, whenever I make a sale in my company, I first of all send them a thank you note, personally written by me. And they must get that thank you note that same day. As they're getting their documents, because they must get their documents first. They get their documents.
We feel important.
That day,
the owner of the company.
Yes, that day. They will get that thank you note in their inbox. It is compulsory. Now, on their birthdays, the things we do for them on their birthdays, we visit them like this. We do surprise shout outs for those of the customers that are based in Lagos or areas around Lagos. We visit them, we do shout outs, we do like a surprise. Saxophonist can come and do his thing. We have chanters, we have all of those things. Every customer must get something fantastic on their birthdays. Yes. Every customer. In fact, yesterday my customer service person just sent me the list of birthdays for next month. So we've already started planning for How? I hope they're not on this call because
Those
it's
ones who
supposed to
want
be.
to call somebody else to come and buy land, to come and buy
Yes,
house.
yes.
They will say,
Now
"I'm only a man treat you."
I know the kind of customers that we have, the kind of clients that we serve. They're not your regular clients. I know the kind of clients that it is material things that excite them.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
they are more emotionally inclined. So if you do
Let me
something
tell
that
you
hits
this.
at their emotions, it
Let
helps.
me tell you this. December, yes, where we package some gifts because I see that what do I want to buy these ones that normally order. So there is this one of our customers is a family of Kelani, the people that did what's the name of this movie that Adedimeji
Tunde
Tunde
Kilani, Abi.
Kelani
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
brother to
the
Tunde Kelani.
director. Yes.
Yes, he's the brother to, so they're the Kelani family. So I bought a juicer. So we now went to there. I before we went there, we sent messages to all of our exclusive clients that would be coming. So we'll be giving them gifts. That some of them we need access code to get to their houses. No, because we need access code. So we needed to tell them, and we don't want to just send it with food because we also want to express our heartfelt messages. And personally, I went with my content creator. When I get there and wanted to do content, and the man said, "You want to put me out, you this girl. We see you how you normally jump. And that's how you normally jump and sell. How you be saying your food is the best. My customers, they see all these things." And the wife of the woman, the man now came out. Is she the one? I am of tasty, a big woman. Let me snap picture with you. This woman used this picture as DP
Are you
since that last
serious?
year till now. And
Wow.
I cried. I'm like, thank you for holding my home together. Your meals usually come handy. Your meals come at the right time. When you tell us 2 hours, it is 2 hours. My husband, whenever it comes, I open my mouth like this because these ones don't have time to cook. These ones, it was not the juice. And I said, I bought this juicer for daddy and also this cooker for you so that daddy will be using it to juice. Thank you. This is so thoughtful. I need juicer and Lego. I was just looking like this because most of their fresh juices, they will also buy it outside.
True.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
when I did the content, I said I cannot even post it. I know you people are reserved people, and I cried, and I see how they valued me coming to their homes. With how busy you are, you still find time to come. Hope our Christmas, our January 1st order, hope is intact. When we leak, I was laughing. These are customers that if I'm serving only 5 of them, I'm okay. I'm not saying the people that they are serving 1,002 food, 2,000 food, they are not okay. But you need to understand your target audiences.
Understand your target audience. Very
Don't now
important.
target 1,005 and 5,000 naira is coming. You won't know how to serve them because you are used to 1,005. And this is why I don't appreciate lunch packs. I don't even post. We do a lot of lunch packs, but I don't post it on my page. I don't take it because that is not my target audience. I don't
Target
ever want
audience.
to do lunch packs.
Very, very important.
If I
Very
want to do
important.
exclusive packed meals, it's from 25k upward. And somebody will tell me, to Mininu, are they buying it? I'm like, are you joking? Just last month, last month, we served 100 packs of lunch packs, 25k old. I said, what are you saying? You just need your market. You need your target audiences.
Yeah.
You need to know who you want to serve.
And serve
you
and
need
focus on that market.
and focus on it. Don't
Focus on
do
it.
today. Most of you food vendors, because you know that this your food in bowl is not selling this week. You see another person that is selling a tray. You see that one is selling very well. Let me not try tray. Let me go and do tray too. Maybe it will sell. You are just doing rubbish.
Nah,
You are
it
just
doesn't
jumping.
work that
You are
way.
not focused.
Even in the real estate sector, I see that a lot, right? So you see people in real estate. So someone is selling land in Ekpe. The next day they are doing house in Lekki. The next day they are going to Ikoyi. The next thing you are seeing them in.
You are not
BI.
focused.
Focus,
Your,
create a
your,
niche. Let people know
your
you for
clients are
something.
seeing you. Create a niche.
A niche
Let
for
them know if
yourself.
it's pop-off. If it's
Yes,
pop-off that is
exactly.
selling, Wait for 3 years. That pop-off will blow. A lot of people are doing pop-off, but you can do it differently.
Do it. Add your own unique
Add your
signature.
own twist. Be
Your own
creative.
signature.
Be innovative.
Innovative. Maybe the ingredients that you are going to use to make that puff puff might be a bit
Maybe the
different.
packaging.
The packaging of the
Maybe
puff
the
puff.
packaging.
Yeah.
The
That's what
presentation.
a lot of, sorry?
I said the presentation.
Presentation. Very,
Before
very
you
important.
receive our meals, if you see it inside picture, your mouth will water.
You know, that's
I'm not one of those
Apple,
girls.
that's Apple's strategy. That's Apple's strategy, really. If you think about
Yes.
it, Apple, their phones are fine, they're good, they're very functional, but they also try to create a niche in terms of the way they package their products.
Bamidele, if you check my phone as I speak, you cannot see one of my picture there. Because everything inside is picture of food. I buy bigger phones, not to show off, but because of my business. My content creator now said they need 15 Pro Max and 600 LED lights to be shooting.
Wow.
Because of Bamidele, the eyes eat before the mouth.
Yeah.
If people see a good presentation, some of you, where you are cooking is dirty, you will now be showing it again, and you want your customers to buy.
No. The package is just as good, as important as the product.
I tell you, I sell exclusive meals. When I'm going to the market, I show my customers the places I buy snails. I don't go to the places they use fertilizer to do snails. I show them where I buy my efo, the one that is grown with good land. I don't buy the one that they use fertilizer to grow. I show them in Ilupeju where I went to buy my vegetables for fried rice, because it is imported.
Absolutely.
Because that is what they want to see.
That's what they want to see.
I show them the ingredients. I show them the back ends of what I get. If I'm doing market runs, I show them the money I spend. Some of them want to be carried along. They want to be in the business you are doing because you are serving them. Those are the extra things I do.
Absolutely.
That makes these customers come to me. Some of you don't even want to, you don't want to work. You just want to grow one day and see that you are making it. It does not happen that way. True. This is what I tell people. People in my mentees, they know. Whenever I post mentorship, I select them. And in the group, I tell them, if you know you just want to grow, in this my mentorship, that next week you want to start selling 5 million, please delete yourself, I will refund you. Me mentoring you is taking you through the journey I went through, but in a shorter form. How you can scale, how you can do it without going through all my own stress, but you will still go through the stress. Because if I had somebody that was able to tell me back then, there are some things I would have known better. That is why I'm there as a mentor.
Absolutely.
Somebody still posted it today at Chef T. I'm looking for a space. They are telling me I want to tell them it's not for food again, no, because they don't want to give me space. I said, you are shooting yourself in the leg. Because for every landlord, you must tell them why you want to rent that place and what you want to do there. Because most landlords do not like when they want to use their properties for food. Because food vendors are dirty. That's what they have in their head. Because they will say, you will be killing ram, you will be killing come to my office. We kill ram every day. We kill cow. We kill nothing less than 50 cows in a week. 50 goat meat, in a week. And you can never smell anything if you pass through my office in Anthony. Customers normally come and pick up. They will say, these people are neat. It starts imototo. And if your food is dirty, customers will know. They will know. Some of you, if you are packaging, before it gets them, there are rooms for spillage.
Okay, so it's all about quality control. Very important. Quality control.
It's very important.
Very, very important.
Yes, we would not even, we'll do quality control too, but it's stage by stage. Let them allow themselves to grow. I have been a quality control manager before, personally in my business. Supervisor, content creator, customer service, dispatch. I'm the one that will be attending to customer. I'm the one that will be packaging. I'm still the one that will be calling them. Your food is on the way. All those things now, the clientele bill has increased. I have over 35 workers working for me, and they are not even enough because one person is doing the job of 3 people.
So you said you did all of those things when you were working 9 to 5, right? Before you started your business. Is that what you're saying? Or while
Yeah,
in your business?
when I resigned, immediately I got the call for my business. I resigned and I focused on it,
Okay, so
on my
so you
business.
did all of those things that you mentioned while you were running your business. That's what you're saying, right? Not before
No,
you started the business.
no. I was working before I started my business.
Yeah.
But in the course when I was working, I was doing the business. That was when the inspiration of the business
Now
came.
came.
Then I
Okay.
had to
Okay.
resign and focus on
I
my
understand
business
that. I understand. But I was just
because
trying
I
to
wanted to
understand.
like,
I was just trying to understand how
okay.
you got all of those skills around content creation, all of those things. How did it come? Was
Okay,
it?
so
Yeah.
okay, so basically, before now, I'm somebody that likes social media.
Yeah.
I love to take pictures. I love to post.
Yeah.
So then my mother-in-law will abuse me. To Mininu will be taking picture of everything and be updating everything. Is it everything you put on social media? But guess who is working for today? Me. And they
Yeah.
cannot abuse me again because it's bringing money to my table. You
Absolutely.
understand?
Yeah.
And another thing that worked for me was because I worked in a corporate sector, so I was able to quickly know when my business needed that upgrade, that structure. Because me working in a corporate sector actually helped me. I won't lie. It helped me. So if I'm discussing with some people, especially in customer service, Bamidele, December 25th, there were some others that had issues. 600K order, 1 point something million order. We made another one and we sent it to those customers. Guess what? They paid again. They said, which kind, where is the profit? Where do you want to? But customer satisfaction is key.
Very important.
But that
Very, very
is
important.
integrity.
Absolutely.
And are they back today? Yes. So that is why I say in food business, there is a level you get to, greed will set in. You'll be seeing the money and you don't want to satisfy your customers. Why? Because you say another one would come. An old customer is better than a new customer that you
Of
just have.
course. Of course. Of course. It's
And it's not
cheaper.
everybody
It's
that
not cheaper.
understands this.
No. For me, that's why I said for me, it's not so much about. I try not. In fact, I'll tell you one thing. One of the things I was trying to do in my company is to run the company so well that we don't even need new customers. So any new customer that comes in is just an added advantage. And the
Bamidele.
first time I got that thought, it sounded strange and crazy. Like, is it possible to actually run a company without having new customers coming in?
Bamidele.
Yes, it is 100% possible. It is
Bamidele.
100% possible. Yes,
It is
of
possible.
course.
That is when they will now tell you you have pride.
Hmm.
That is, see, there is, my business has not grown to a stage whereby I need it to. And a lot of people see me as the business has grown to me. You know, what else do you want? Because customers have started telling us, they've said is that you people like shakara because your food is sweet. A customer will be telling us, if not that your food is sweet and I love everything about your business, I will not buy again. We still tell them, we are sorry, sir. We apologize for any inconvenience. I don't know, maybe you understand me. Yes, a lot of people today in the food sector, food business sector, when we started our marketing, I'm somebody that I love marketing. There is nothing you want to tell me. You need to keep marketing. As long as Close Up is still doing marketing, Indomie
Of
is still
course.
doing
Of
marketing.
course. Of
You
course.
can, the
Coca-Cola.
money we spend, the money we spend on marketing, we don't suppose buy like maybe 4 houses.
Hmm.
And we usually tell them that if you eat this meal and you have anything, please don't market for us. You know, because a lot of people see this celebrity marketing your brand as, we just need that validation. The food is not sweet, we just need the validation. And for everybody that has ordered our meals and has marketed for us, influenced for us, they are like, this your food. You are not saying it, you are not putting it out there how it's supposed to be. A lot of people would say, Kilon say gone. Eat it first. Because the experience, you know those kind of meal that you will eat when you are in Ikeja, or you are in Abuja, or you are in London, or you are in US, you will be craving it. You want to come home and onje woman alone woman. You know that feeling,
Yeah,
Bamidele?
yeah,
That
of
is
course.
that is the kind of food we sell. That is
Hmm.
the kind of food we sell. That food that will satisfy your cravings. That will just quench that taste that this is the food.
Okay, we need to round off very soon. We've been on this call for almost 1.5 hours, and I know that
Wow.
you have to go and yeah, it's been time flies when you're having fun, right? It's been almost 1.5
Yeah.
hours, and we have to round off very soon, right? But I want us to discuss how to grow your business, how to improve your sales as an entrepreneur, as a CEO. What is your role as a CEO in improving? I'll just tell you what we try to do in my own company,
Okay.
what I personally, as the CEO of my company, what I try to do. For
Okay.
me, I try to ensure that I build relationships. For me, I think that's the biggest responsibility that I have as a CEO. It's not about day to day. The day to day can be handled by admin staff. It can be handled by operations. It can be handled by every other person or people who are there are people in the organization that have the responsibility of handling the day-to-day operational stuff. For me,
Yeah.
I try to establish relationships, key relationships. I don't
Yeah.
believe that I should give the same time and effort to all my customers. I don't do that.
Oh,
So what I
yeah.
do is I identify 20%. There's this thing called the Pareto principle, 20-80%, 20-80
2080,
principle.
yeah.
Yes. So I identify that 20% of my client base and I focus on them.
Yes.
I focus my energies on them. I can spend 2 hours at night at 1 a.m. on the phone with my foreign-based clients because those are my biggest clients. Those are the people that
Hey,
can give me hundreds of
those are
millions
the
in
people
1 month.
that can give you money.
Yes. There are some people that will call me that once the call is going more than 10 minutes, I will be telling them that, sorry, I have,
You even cut it.
no, I won't cut it, but there's a way I'll just conclude the conversation because I know this person is not likely to do much business with me. But the ones that can give me, I'll give you an example. There's a client of mine, right? Between November and this month, I told you that this month has been our best month ever. It's because of this particular client. This guy did over 200 million with us this month. In November, he did about 100 and I think 110, 120 million. This month, he did over 200 million. Just one client. How come this guy is
As
doing so
in,
much business?
you see, it's so you'll be comfortable. At the
Yes,
point, you don't need plenty
you don't need
people. It's
crowd.
stressful.
Just
You don't
try.
need crowd.
You don't need too much crowd. Just focus on the ones that you
The
know
ones that,
will give you the big money. Focus on them.
my
Establish.
brother,
This guy has told me that he will do. Look, this man that gave me this one, and he said he has told me anything, anywhere I'm going, any business I'm doing, any product I'm doing, he wants to be there. He bought 6 units in one of our building projects. Six, only him. He bought six
don't
units.
finish this unit or keep my
No,
unit.
no,
Oh,
don't worry. It's there. We're keeping it for you. I've reserved one for you already. Don't worry. So people like that, I do not joke with them. I don't joke with people like. In fact, he's based in the UK. He shuttles between UK and Nigeria. He told me that when he's coming back to Nigeria very soon, he said he wants to. He has a building project he's doing in the east. I told him. I said when he comes to Nigeria, right? That east that he's going
they
to.
are
I'm
going
going to
together.
visit him. I am going to
Before
visit him.
Uncle
I will stay. Hey, you don't understand.
Bamidele, my top clients are in the US, UK, and Canada. My my clients. We are going to Abuja. The people that are placing orders, they are not in Nigeria for Abuja. Please, I need you to send this package to my mother. I need you to send. We delivered some meals to Canada some days ago. They don't stress me. The only thing I think this exclusive customer needs is competence, information. They need you to communicate with them. Communication. They need you to just give them, they are in a working system. So if they are paying for it, convenience,
Yeah.
they need you to be detailed. These are my customers. I remember when I posted 1 million deal, 650K. Somebody said, "Are people buying it?" I'm like, "Are you joking? Do you even know my customers? My own. I want Alubarika." Me, I don't
Yes,
joke with my
so
customers. Oh. My customers, they say at the point they told me, to me, we are not paying in naira. You need when I in less than how many hours I come, I can hello, compound account. Anyone they want. Do you understand? So these people are king. I owe them with in highest esteem.
Correct.
Because
Correct.
the old customers, am I not owing them owing them in high esteem? No, I am. But at the end of the day, they know. These people know. Now, my branding is now in this stage that I want to order. Let people know that I order from Home of Tasty Meals because they know our meals are not cheap. You understand that kind of stuff?
Correct. Correct.
So that
Correct. Correct.
they will know that. So, and I did not just get here so that I will not talk too
So how
much.
did you get here? So you know what? Let's just conclude with this, right? People want to know how do they
Perseverance.
how do you no hold on before we talk about let's talk
Okay.
about marketing, right? How do you market your business? How do you put yourself out there? I know you do content. I know you are big on one-on-ones, relationships, and all of that, but just tell us. You don't have to tell us all your trade secrets, right? But just tell us what people, there are lots of entrepreneurs out there, people into real estate, people into food, people into all sorts of businesses. How do they want to blow? They want to blow like
Okay.
you. How do
So
they
let
do?
me just shorten it.
Okay.
Like I said it before that, there's this spirit of repetition. Once you keep doing something over and over again and you understand it needed a push, I'm key on marketing. And aside marketing, one-on-one referrals. Referrals has helped my brand a whole lot. Why? Because I did what is right. I deliver whatever I say I want to deliver. I don't give customers what I order versus what I got.
Mm,
If I tell you you meet 12 proteins inside 2.5 liter, you can never meet 10. You would rather meet 13. So there is this thing about customers.
yeah,
Give them what they expect. When they now get it, let it be more than their expectations.
mm,
That's one trick a lot of entrepreneurs do not know.
that's
So I
service.
don't,
Yeah.
some of them, food is something that they will say, oh, they're okukun. Yes. I see on my page, if you are following me, I normally dish my meals. I let them know the content of every meal before they even get it. And when they get it also, I let them know that they are getting value for money. I don't know if you get me
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
See, competence, repetition, eh? Integrity. I market my brand. Put back that money into that business. Put her here. Put back that money into that business. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Don't be greedy, please.
Mm,
The money that you have, the business gave it to you. Imagine you cook a meal, the customer ordered, and you made 1 million. The 1 million came from that business. Imagine you put back 500K into the business. It will bring more. That is where
correct.
you put the greed aside. And number two, customer service. Follow up with your customer. Customers are king. Customers love when you hold them in high esteem. We know customers are not always right. Don't say it to their faces.
Correct.
There is a more professional way you can put it. Have your rules. Yoruba would say, "Ìlú tí ò bá sófin kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀."
Mm,
If you know
mm,
you don't refund, have a policy. Don't be eager to collect their money. If you are eager to collect their money, they know you are going to under-deliver. You first do as if that money is not your problem. Now have a policy. Let them read it. Because most of these customers, they are in London, they are in US, they are in a working country. If they are in a working country, they only come to Nigeria and do rubbish because they know we don't have rules. They know we don't follow rules. But be different. That is one thing about us at Home of Tasty Meals. Before you order from us, Bamidele, if you send a message will pop out, an automated message. After that automated message, if you have chosen your meals, there is our guidelines, our rules and regulations. You have to read it and accept. Then you select your meals. It's already a stressful process. You cannot come like that to that processes and you think we don't know what we are doing. It's not possible. We
mm,
will let you know that we do not make refunds. We only make refunds only if we default. And that is rare. We let you know we don't default.
mm.
and we'll let you know if your balance, if your total is 155,550 naira, you must pay it complete. If you remove the 50 naira, me will not get to you. Those are the terms and conditions in that messages.
Correct.
Do you
Fantastic. I
understand?
understand.
Come on, take it from me.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if somebody is reading that one already, you already know that this is a, if the person cannot order, the person will not continue. Abi, if
Mm-hmm.
the person is only wala, will the person continue? No.
No,
So let them know that you have your policy. If you know we now want to refund, we will refund only on Mondays and Fridays. You need to calm down. If you even go to banks, there is a policy.
of course, of course.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
there are rules. So make sure you have all these things detailed and follow due processes. Success can never be within 24 hours.
it takes
It
time.
can take 5 years. It
True,
takes time.
takes
But
time.
only if you are dedicated to what you want to do, to your vision. And don't just be doing everything. If you are doing everything, you'll be master of none. Concentrate on what
Concentrate.
you want to do. And the spirit of repetition, keep putting it inside. Passion alone is not enough. You need
Correct,
to work
correct,
hard.
correct. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. In fact, I've learned so much personally from speaking with you today. I've learned so much about how you started, how you've grown, how
Yes.
you've built your business to where it is today. There was one thing I think you didn't mention in
What's
your
that?
conclusion. I think you didn't mention the fact that you are very big on content creation, and I think we are in the age where you need to be huge on every business. Gone are the days where it's only those that are into entertainment that do content or skit makers. Now every business, regardless, even banks do content now. Banks do
Bamidele.
content. Yeah.
Bamidele, say I should tell you the truth.
Yes.
You know, content is not actually marketing. Content will make people laugh. Your customers will keep seeing your content. It's good because
Yeah.
it's the trend.
Correct.
Depends. Educational content, because the content we do, it revolves around our brand. It
Yeah.
revolves
Standing.
around daily, what happens daily.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But
Mm-hmm.
the content is just for the content of it. But if you are doing that content and your service that you are providing is not okay, people will still not buy.
They won't. They're right.
So
They're right.
content is still one of those things that keeps the entertainment of the company intact.
Correct.
Yes, we spend money on content. We spend money, but you can do content that revolves around your brand, that preaches something about your brand, so people can relate
Of course.
to
So,
it.
so I was just trying to say that it's still part of it because branding, in a way, it's linked to marketing. So if
Yeah,
you do all the marketing in the world and you don't have a good brand, if you're not visible, if people don't relate with
yeah,
your brand, of course,
yeah,
your brand, your marketing will come to know, it won't be fully
yeah, yeah,
optimized. So it all works hand in hand. I say this because we are into real estate and we're also very heavy on content, right? We do a lot of
yeah,
videos, we do office humor videos, we do educational videos. I personally, I do videos a lot. I do a lot of educational videos. So I'm
yeah.
not too much about sell,
If you
buy.
do
No.
videos now, some people will come and read. They will come and listen to it.
Yes.
And they will say, this Mr. Bamdele normally post something. Oh, let me go and
Let
watch
me
it.
go and watch. And
Exactly.
the thing about my industry is that there's trust. Trust is a very big factor. People don't trust very easily in real estate.
Yes,
So
now.
the more they see me bringing out content about educational stuff, I'm positioning myself as an expert, and that is also helping that trust factor because
Yeah.
people will tell themselves that this guy that knows so much about investments and
Well,
things like that, he has so much knowledge. He's not likely to be a scammer. He's not likely to be a scam artist. He's someone
yeah.
that has value. So all of these things, they all work hand in hand. So
Yeah.
if you're into real estate, for instance, and I go to your page and all I'm seeing is just flyer,
You're just selling.
buy. You're not selling. You're not
I'll be
helping
scared.
yourself. You've got to mix. I'm not saying don't market your products, but you've got to mix
Yes.
it up a bit. Do some
Yeah.
educational stuff, do some
Yes.
entertaining stuff so that people can be
Mm-hmm.
attracted because what sells on
Mm-hmm.
social media is entertainment. Let's be honest. That's the number
Entertainment too.
one. That's the number one selling point. People are heartbroken, people are depressed, people are hungry.
Yes,
So
now.
they want to go to social media as a way of just letting loose. It's
Mhm.
like an escape. So if you're too serious on your page, you're not likely to make more of an impact. You know, so I
Yes.
think that's very important. I think content is very critical.
Yes,
Very, very
content is
critical.
key too.
Yeah, it's
Content is
very, very
important.
key. Very key. You need to invest. In
Yeah.
my company, we don't accept we don't post any video that's not HD. It has to be HD.
Hey,
It has to be
it's
HD.
very important.
Yeah. We don't if you do a video in my office and you use a phone that doesn't have
That's
a good camera,
presentation
I
now.
will not let you post it on online. It's not going to go
That's
online.
presentation. You
Yeah.
have to.
You have
You
to do
have
that.
to. It
Absolutely.
has to be presentable. Now talking of food. Ah, let it get to them and it's not sweet. But let their eyes hit
Let
it
the
first.
eyes see.
Ah, ah.
Okay, thank you
And
so much.
a meal that is delicious is even relative. You
Yeah,
might cook now and I will like it.
yeah,
I don't know if you understand
yeah.
me.
Of course, of
So
course,
it's even
of course.
relative. So
So you
at
know,
least let it be
if
presentable.
I see your food and it looks good, in my mind, I'm already communicating in my mind that this food is going to be tasty. So even if it's not as tasty as that, I've
I was
already
like, ah, but it
conditioned my
looks good.
mind. Yes, I've already conditioned my
That's
mind that
it.
this food. So I'll be trying to justify the taste, the good taste, even if it's not as tasty,
Yes.
because I've already seen something good. So it's very important
So
that you play on
very
people's
important. Presentation is important
presentation
too.
is very, very important. Very, very
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Anyway, so as we round off, I'd also like to say that for us, one of the things that we also try to do is convenience. I like the fact that you spoke about convenience. In my real estate company,
Yeah.
we noticed that one of the issues with real estate or with property is that a lot of people cannot afford it. So one of the things that we've done is we've created a mortgage plan. Okay, so we're working with one of the biggest mortgage companies in Nigeria currently,
Wow.
and we've made it so convenient that over a period of up to 20 or 30 years, you can
Hey.
pay, yes, you can buy into our properties through mortgage and pay over up to 20, 30 years. For as you'll be paying as low as 200,000 a month, 150,000 a month, 300,000 if you qualify. Okay, so it's not something I was trying to put out there. That one of the things that we've done is we've created a convenient way of investing in properties.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you spoke about convenience as being very
Yeah.
important. Yeah, so that's what we've
Mm-hmm.
done. And we have clients. In fact, we just got one approved recently, and we just got disbursements. This guy just
Mm.
got paid into one of our mortgage plans, and he's paying literally about 200,000 naira every month. Okay, and
Wow.
as I speak to you, he's subscribed to a two-bedroom apartment, and it's so convenient for him. So this opportunity
Ah,
is also
maybe it's
out there.
now the people that don't have money like
No,
us now.
no, it's not for people like you. It's not for people like you at
Ah,
all. I know
wow.
you with your 300 bones a day. What are you talking about? What are you
Please,
talking?
oh,
It's not for
please,
you. It
oh,
is. It's for
please,
those
oh.
people out there who don't have 30 million, 20 million,
Ah,
25
ah,
million.
you show me I have 30 million.
Which you try to please just one order like this. One order. You've already spilled the beans earlier. You
I
cannot you
beg,
cannot
oh.
take back your words, oh.
Open LIRS, I beg FIRS is not this.
No, don't worry, they're not watching. They're not watching. They won't hear. They won't. They won't.
Hope
Don't
none
worry.
of them ask any questions, because me, I can't see from here.
Oh, you can see. Well, someone was asking. Let me just see if I can read some of the comments before we conclude. Thank you.
Exactly, it's important.
Okay, thank you, P1 Stars, for bringing Chef T. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not really. I think people are just commenting. Okay, someone is
Okay.
asking, Modern Mama Puts, please, will there be room for questions later on? I don't. Do we have time? Do we have time for questions? I don't think so.
But can she ask now? If we
Okay,
don't
can
have
you
time,
ask?
she can send it. Is the question for me or for Mr. Bamidele? I'm sure it's for me.
It should be for you because the name is Mama Put, so it's probably one of your
And let
mentees.
her ask now in less than 1 minute.
Okay, Mama Put, can you quickly ask a question before we close?
Because we are
Okay, someone
closing now.
just asked. This one is for me. Do you have property in Benin? No, we don't have any property in Benin. All our properties are in Lagos. All our properties are in fact, not just Lagos, they are all on the island. In fact, not just on the island, they are all in Shangutedu. I'll be honest with you. All our
Okay.
properties, yeah. We're talking about concentration and creating a need.
Come to Anthony now. Come to Anthony mainland.
We'll come. Mainland, deep mainland, land in mainland is expensive. It's
Very
expensive. It's
expensive.
very
Oh. Ah.
expensive. So we're not ready for that. But when we're ready, we'll go to the mainland. Okay, someone is asking, please, Chef T, what do you have to advise for someone that does local delicacies? And then the
Like,
other question is, please, how do I cope with content creation, especially now that food items are very expensive?
do your costing now. Food are expensive. Everybody is still in business.
Abi?
Just do your costing very well. There are some meals that you can cook that are cheap at this time. So just put those ones forward. You can leave out the seafood, you can leave out the prawn, the shrimps, and everything. You can curate a package that is not too expensive. Then you post it for people to buy. Yes, we all know food is expensive this period, but because of that does not mean people are not eating. People are eating. Just bring your two toes forward. Curate something that is affordable. It's not compulsory the other meal of 500k, 200k, 300k. You can do something of, if you know, let me give you 1 cent. Go and create a package of 99 point 105.999 or 999.999, almost 100k. People like when there is little discount on every price,
Hmm.
and you sell.
Hmm. Okay.
You sell.
Okay. The other person is asking, Abacha Republic is asking, please, Chef T, what do you have to advise for someone that does local delicacies?
Local delicacies like abacha.
Yeah, I believe so.
Abacha.
Yeah.
Eh, it's still the same. You know, a lot of people cannot buy abacha in a large quantity. They just want to have it little and eat. It's not a food that they want to give their children. So you can do a little package, abacha with yam fries, with sauce, pomo. Just make the protein, maybe snail, catchy. Then create a box or a pack. You can sell it for maybe 5,500 or 6,000 and just put it up daily, or you say available every Tuesdays or every Fridays. Basically you can do Fridays, but because a lot of people want to relax on Friday and just chill with beer, because
Hmm.
abacha is a food that is for men that they want, you get now, and just
Yeah.
post it
Hmm.
and just make it to be affordable, so that it's
Correct.
not something, it's not a food that people want to eat all the time. So, and you also know your target audiences. Do your sponsored ad. It might not bring money immediately, because sponsored ad works in engagement first. People will engage, they will get familiar. People will start saying your name before they engage. After engage, they will save. When they save, then it converts to sales. That's when they will start asking, how much is it? How much is it? When they ask how much, you tell them, they won't buy immediately. When you convert, when you sponsor another one, it goes round again. They remember that, I wanted to buy you. That's when it converts. Then they start buying. But if you do sponsor that once and it did not convert, you will stop. You say because that one you did not sell. It doesn't work that way. So
Hmm.
you keep repeating it. You do it like 3 times before it converts. So
Correct.
I hope it helps.
Yeah, fine, fine. So we have one more question. We'll just take one last question because we have to close. I know you are very busy. We have to close. This question is from Yumi Foods. I hope I got that right. It says, Chef T, what do you do when you keep posting but still have low sales? I think you just answered that question indirectly. It says, what do you do if you keep
Then back
posting but still have
then,
sales?
yes, I just sleep. Go and rest. Because by the time, yes, not now, because I won't lie to you, I don't have low sales anymore. I don't have low sales. It's not to permit me to brag, yes, because I've worked my
You are
ass
free to
off.
brag, please. We've earned it.
You
You can brag.
understand? But those days when I have low sales and I keep posting, I only keep posting. And I'll go and sleep, because I know when the work will come, I'll be very tired. It will be very tedious. So if you know you have low sales, just go and sleep. Keep posting. Be friendly with people. They give people free food. Let them taste your food. If they did not taste it, your customers start from the people around you. Yes, your family might not believe in you. They might not support you. Don't wait for them to support you. Take food to nearby offices. Dash them. Give the gate man, the customer care rep, and the people that they are closer to Oga. Tell them that you sell food. If you go today, go tomorrow. Do it like that. They will remember you. Even spiritually, the earth will remember you, that you are working towards something. And customers would come.
They will
You
come
are selling
eventually.
food. Food will attract. They will come eventually.
They will come.
And that process whereby you are not selling is a very tough time. But see, I'm telling you, I was once there. You will scale if you did not give up. Just don't give up. It's okay for you to dream. It's okay for you to do. If it's okay for you to dare, dream. But all these things, if you did not do, you will not scale. You need to do. Don't procrastinate. Create that content. Keep posting. The food, give it out. Eventually, it will pay off. I am telling you. I did not start off like this. I'm telling you, I did not start off like this. Nobody give me big money. All the money I own today personally was from my brand, was from
Mm.
Home of Tasty Meals. Maybe I not talk about the one where Oga give me, make I use cook. I mean the one where be say I work with my money is home of tasty meal. So if I can do it, you can do it better than me. So
Absolutely,
just keep
absolutely.
doing it.
Thank you so much. I mean, for me, even if for us in real estate, it's even worse. In real estate, conversion rates are very low, very very low, less
No.
than 1%. So you can run ads consistently for months and you still not make one sale. It's like that.
Exactly.
It's like that in every industry. It's even worse in real
Exactly.
estate because in real estate, it's not everybody that can afford properties. So our market
Uh,
is even small, but everybody can afford food. It all depends. Not everybody can afford Tumninu's food, Chef T's food, but
exactly.
everybody can afford food. Well, everybody should be able. People need to eat. Even those that are really at the lowest part of the pyramid, they still need to eat to
To
survive.
eat.
So you just have to keep pushing. The market is out there. The market,
You
you
say
can never
your
run out of customers.
you
The
say
market is out there.
you did what's it called? There's low sales. Just do concussion. Concussion now self is expensive. Put something on it. Presentation matters. We don't talk everything and post it. People will buy.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. I mean, we have to end it here. It's been almost 2 hours now.
Yes.
This is almost 9 p.m. I
So
didn't even think we were
by
going to
the
do more
time
than 1 hour. You know when you called me just before we started, you asked me how long is it going to do. I said
I'm
1 hour.
supposed to be in the office as I
Prayer,
speak.
please be going, be going, be going, be going, be going. I
All
think we
right
need to do
now.
this again some
Bye.
other time. We need to do this again some
Yeah.
other time. Yeah, we'll find time. Take care then. It's been such a lovely time with Chef T. I'm sure you all learned a lot. I did. I learned a lot myself, and I hope you also learned from me as well, because I also spoke about my business as well. I spoke about real estate. If you're a realtor out there, or if you are a potential investor in properties, please feel free to send me a DM. You want to know more about real estate, please send me a DM at P1 Stars NG. That's our company handle. Or if you want to reach out to me personally, my handle is iam.bamidi. iam.bamid. Right? Reach out to me, send me a DM, and I'll be very glad to take whatever questions you have and to also take you on along your journey to owning properties as well, right? And also feel free to reach out to Chef T as well if you have any questions for her. I'm sure she'll be glad to answer those questions. I hope you had a great time. I hope you guys gained a lot of knowledge from this session. Remember, we have these sessions every 2 weeks. We're having our next session again in 2 weeks' time. We're bringing in another guest in 2 weeks, and it's going to be mind-blowing as well, just as mind-blowing as this one. So if I were you, I would follow us on p1stars@ng. Follow us so that you keep updated on our IG lives, and whenever we have a session, please ensure that you join us so that you get as much knowledge as you've gotten today. Okay? Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, and I'll see you again some other time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Bye.